This is Heidi Neckman with Perfectly Imperfect Yoga, bringing the healing powers of yoga to everybody. So today we're going to do sun salutations. And I just wanted to let you know that I do these videos on YouTube for my students for when I'm gone or if they need a little extra in between classes. But if you have found your way to this video, then I hope that it serves whatever purpose you need it to. Please, though, make sure that you are working within your range of movement, your no pain-free zone, your doctor's recommendations. So there's lots of different things that you can do to modify this. I will show you some, and I'll show you some at the beginning of this video so that we don't have to interrupt in between. What you need today for these sun salutations. These are standing sun salutations. There is another video that shows some chair sun salutations when you're standing by a chair. And I don't think there's one yet where you're sitting fully in a chair, but there will be eventually. So you need a mat. Other than that, you might want some blocks. So a lot of people use the blocks, and you can use them whenever you want, whenever it makes sense for your body. But a lot of people use the blocks when we are in a lunge. So you see my arms are short, so just like my legs. And so these just help me reach the ground. Maybe here, maybe here. And so that I'm not rounding forward as much this way. So it really helps me to get into the pose just a little bit more, with more strength, right? Rather than collapsing down to the ground. So that's one way you can use the blocks. But you don't need to if you reach the floor just fine. Some people maybe would want to use the blocks if they want a little bit of support when they're doing forward fold. Otherwise, I think most of the things we do, some people also use the block in plank, blocks in plank. So just notice what your body needs and use the blocks. If you need to, if you don't have yoga blocks, then use something that's about the same size. Okay? So the other thing I'm going to show you is when we go into downward facing dog, I will say you can go into downward facing dog or puppy pose. So this is a pose that feels the same way. If it's a challenge to get up and down so fast, sometimes my students like to stay in puppy pose instead of going all the way up into downward facing dog, and we get that same extension of the spine from the seat to the top of the head, and so it's really wonderful. So we start with on our knees, standing up like this, and then we'll come down. Now, when we come down for child's pose, we're reaching back, but when we come down into this tabletop position, notice that we still have that 90-degree angle. And so if we were to go into child's pose, that you may know, we'd reach back. But instead, we're going to keep that 90-degree angle and reach forward. You can bring your forearms down if you want, forehead down. You can press through your hands, especially through those index and thumb, and just keep this alignment. And you'll feel that sometimes I don't even bring the forearms down, I just press through the hands. It really depends on where your body is. And then we come back. Okay, so that is the option when I say or puppy pose. All right, we'll start in mountain pose. So toes and knees pointing forward, feet pressing down into the floor, all corners of the feet. So sometimes I find myself, especially on this side of my body, it's not this obvious, but I find myself leaning just a little bit on the outside. Try to press evenly down. And then engage legs, the core. I like to put my hands on my hips and really like lift up out of the hips. Feel the sides of the torso lifting up out of the hips. Chest lifts up, shoulders come up, back and down. Top of the hip goes up. So we're lifting up and pressing down, moving two different directions. Beautiful. I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see some of these other movements a little better. You can stay how you are, however you can see me best. And we externally rotate the arms. Inhale, arms up, keeping the shoulders down. Exhale, bend the knees slightly and fold forward. I like to make sure that my belly is touching my thighs to protect my back. I like to try to keep my back as flat as I can. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, hands come all the way down to the floor. I'm bending my knees to get down there. Again, short arms. And the right leg goes back. I have a little bit of a belly, so I'm moving my leg out to give myself space. If I were closer to my blocks right now, I'd probably get on my blocks too, but that's fine. Now, the front foot goes back for plank. You can always stop the video and get your blocks. Knees down, bring the elbows in, the shoulders wide, protect your shoulders, and belly down. You can come into your back bend of choice. I'm going to show you Sphinx. So elbows directly under the shoulders, we press down. Everyone, no matter what back bend you're in, lift up the chest, open the heart. Feeling the strength in the upper back. And there's no need to crunch your cervical spine. We're really lifting up here. Take a breath in through the nose. Exhale, lower, bring the hands out. Elbows in, tuck the toes. Here's where you can go into puppy pose if you want. Press yourself up into downward facing dog. If it feels safe and comfortable, bring your right toes up to the ceiling. Exhale, send the leg on through. So sometimes I pull my leg through. Sometimes I get down on my knees and move my leg through. And that's because I want to make sure that my knee is behind my toes. Tracking with my toes, but behind, not in front. If you can just swing it on through, more power to you. Back foot comes forward for forward fold. Exhale, bring the seat down to the level of knees. Press down through the feet. Those knees are tracking over the toes. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Mountain pose. I'm getting my blocks for this time. Okay, mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the knees slightly and fold forward. See, my knees are bent. That's okay. I'm still feeling the stretch. If I want to feel more of a stretch, I bring my seat up a little bit more. Knees are still bent. I'm feeling a stretch. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, hands all the way down to the floor or blocks. And we send the left leg back for a lunge. Scooting that right foot forward so the knee is behind the toes. Nice and strong. The front foot goes back for plank. Knees down, elbows in, and belly down. Coming into your back bend of choice, could be Sphinx pose, lifting and opening. Take a breath in through your nose. Exhale, lower, bring the hands out. Elbows in, tuck the toes, and press yourself up into downward facing dog. Let that head dangle down. If you feel safe and comfortable, bring left goes up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring the leg on through your lunge. Back foot comes forward, forward fold. Exhale, bring the seat down toward the level of the knees. You want the knees to go in or out, just nice and aligned. Press down through the feet. Inhale. And exhale. Hands to heart center. Return to mountain pose. A few breaths here. Scan your body. Notice any sensations, lack of sensation. Externally rotate the arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through these sun salutations. I hope they make you feel just a little bit better in your body. Thank you so much.